We bring people together to solve problems. And of all of the things that we've done at United Way, that's probably the most important thing that's happened over the last several years. We're doing the kinds of things that need to be done for this community through the community. What we're calling HC 2025 is actually what we've envisioned Henderson County being in the year 2025. We gathered all of this together with all of these organizations that we've worked with, and we came down to 6 items, okay? The very first one is kindergarten readiness. We found out that more than half of the children who start to kindergarten have problems with phonics and recognizing letters. If you hand them a book, they don't know what to do with it. We think it's extremely important from birth till 5 years old to get some help for these children.
We serve kids in Henderson County. We provide educational services and therapies, speech, occupational, and physical therapies.
When he first started, he was really, really delayed, you know. I mean, he was like 3 and he was doing some stuff on 8-month level.
Working on early skills, whether they're educational or whether a child needs therapies, doing all of those things at an early age sets the child up. It sets them up with a firm foundation that they can bring with them into kindergarten, which is what we call big school, but then it follows them through middle, through high school.
It just helped me bring me forward a lot. It brought me along to where I am now.
I can't really emphasize enough how early education and early intervention helps our kids into adulthood.
Because I don't know where he would have been if we hadn't got this help.
When I started out with Nathan, the goals were just having him learn to play with someone else or learn to use a couple of words in communication. And I see him now, and he's so eloquently talking about his love of music now and being in the band. That's the definition of completing our mission. And Nathan is definitely a success story in that way.
Because we all work together, it's pretty easy to begin to realize that your neighbor could be in trouble.
Homelessness can happen to anybody at any time, you know, especially in this economy. You know, we're all one paycheck away.
Last year, about 100 people were homeless in Henderson County that were counted, but a lot of folks who are homeless are living in cars or they're not coming in for services.
I do have a job and I needed to keep it to be able to find what I need to eat and other things. I had to stay outside there so I could make it to work because I have no car. It's very sad, scared, don't know where I'm gonna be.
In the beginning, it is very survival based. Where am I gonna sleep? Where am I gonna get my next meal? How am I gonna take care of myself if I get sick?
You know, if it's February in Henderson County and I don't know where I'm gonna sleep tonight, then my priorities are not finding a job and, you know, putting together a good resume and things like that, getting sober even. My priority is where am I gonna sleep tonight?
It's our core belief that housing is a right, it's not a privilege. Everybody should have a roof over their heads, and we do that first. But we really deal with the whole person.
The Housing First model says, let's get you a place to sleep tonight. Let's move you out of that survival mode and then provide you with support so that you have somebody who's gonna work with you on a resume and you have somebody who's gonna help you find a job.
And we help with our community partners provide the tools for them to get there so that they can sustain the housing on their own and live the kind of life that they wanna live.
And be able to feed myself and cook and feel like a human again, honestly. I feel really good. It's hard to reflect on, but I feel awesome now, and I can't express how thankful I am. I really, really can't.
They're meeting their goals, they're keeping their jobs, they're going to therapy, and it's just a whole new life is breathed into them, and that is an amazing thing to witness.
This is making my life. I'm beginning my life now. This will be my first place of mine by myself.
The best part about it is a great majority of the people, at least that I have housed, are phenomenal at giving back, because they will then, at the end of 6 months, 9 months, a year, find themselves in a position to do the same thing for somebody else.
Anything. I'm going to be donating myself after I go through everything.
Hey, do you need help moving a client? Hey, I have this furniture, take it. Or they'll sit down with a client and say, hey, I was where you are now, and it's doable, and it's possible. And that's one of the best things about it.
when you look at all of those things that are going on and that's working together, we've only begun. We are just going to make this a better and better place to live.
Homeward Bound is only like one little spoke in the wheel. Without United Way, without our community partners, we wouldn't be able to do what we do as effectively, not by a long shot.
Take Nathan, for example. I mean, I think we can see with him the importance of giving to United Way.
When you come to United Way, you come with whatever your talent is, okay? Whether that's being a volunteer on a funding committee or a volunteer in the campaign.
It does make a difference. It makes a difference on a daily basis.
And it's just that basic sense of human compassion, really is what it is.
You're just helping a good cause, and you know, I can't think of anything better.
We need for everyone in this community to come together and volunteer to help us get to where we need to be. We also need your talent. We need for you to come and help us with the funding process, with the campaign process. We need your money. We need help to get these 6 items in Henderson County 2025 to actually happen for this community, to make this a better place for all of us to live. I need your help, and I thank you for what you have done and what you will be doing in the future.